In this video I'm dealing with Windows deployment services, and first of all we have to go into Start, Server Manager, and we are going to activate the Windows deployment service. Now we are going to go into Roles, click on to Add Roles, and we're going to continue with this wizard. And in here you can see the Windows deployment services, so we're going to activate that to install the following roles. Now we are going to close this off. We are going into the Windows deployment services. To get there you have to click Start, Administrative Tools, and then down to the Windows deployment services, where you can see the Windows deployment services. In this you will see that there's, and in order to add a server to the system you basically have to right click in the Windows deployment server. You can see here, and in here you can see there's the server where it would be installed. In order to install a server, you right click on the server icon, press Add Server. You look up for the server name, which here they ask you if it's a local computer, another computer, or the following Windows deployment service computer. We'll be using this for now, and you click OK. It will install the server. When you install the server, normally these information is not there. I've already configured this server, and it has installed these information folders at that point in time. But in order to configure the server, you basically right click, and here you're supposed to see configure server and other information like that. As the server is already configured, we'll be going to adding images. To add images to the install image and the boot images, you basically have to go to the Windows Server device, click on it. This is a simulation of actually adding the CD that is required to get these images from. This is like actually using the CD drive. So you click open the devices, go to CD drive devices, choose virtual CD, this file. You click on that. It will look for a location for where the file is located. As you can see here, it went straight to the area where I had the file located. We'll be using the Windows 7 CD or ISO file. You click on it, press open. This is as I said, is a simulation of actually putting the device into the CD drive, and when you press location, it closes it. Now to install the image file, you right click on image, install images. You can either add image group or image install image. If you click install image, it will go straight to the icon where the wizard will ask you if to create a new group or an existing group, and as I don't have an existing group, I'll be using new, and I will name it ESL image group. You click next. Now it's going to ask you for the location of the file. You go into browse, you'll go down to go to computer or the CD drive, then to sources, and you can see that the install WIM file is here. You'll click on that, press OK. The location file will be in the browser area. You click next, and in that install WIM file there's two types of Windows 7 architecture protocols in them, which is basically the x86 is the 32-bit, as you can see here, the 32-bit Ultimate Windows 7, and the other one is the x64, which is the 64-bit. We'll be using 32-bit as this system only uses is configured for the 32-bit program. We'll click next. Here will be the summary of the image information we just included, which is basically the image group name, the image file destination or location file I should say, and the images that we're going to use, which is from the Windows 7 Ultimate. You click next. It's going to install the information. Well, it will take some time to install, and as soon as it's done we'll be back. Okay, this has been installed. Image has been installed. You click finish. Now and you can see that the image group has been added to the install images as well. Inside of the image group, you can see the Windows 7 Ultimate has been installed. So now we are going to install the boot image now. And it's the same process of right clicking, add the boot image, look for the location folder, you click the boot file and then click open. You can see it's in there already, it's there. You click next, and the architecture, image architecture you're going to use as well, which is basically the same thing. We click in next. This is basically the same summary again of the image group of the boot image, the image file, which is the source location where it's going to be, and the image selected, which is the Windows setup system of the architecture, which is the x86 or the 32-bit system. You click next, and here it will install the image. Okay, you can see that actually the boot image has been installed, and we're going to click finish, and you could see in the boot image you're seeing the Microsoft Windows setup. Go ahead with the Windows deployment of opening up the server. Now we are going to create a new server or client. We're going to name it ASL Win 7 PC2. Click next. They're going to ask you the basic information of the virtual memory, like memory size, the hard disk, the virtual box. Put that for no more than 10 gigs. Create. Okay, so we are going to try to boot the Win 7 PC, second PC. So here we go. Double click on it. You can see it's starting up. Okay, we just click start and it's going to start up the system. Okay, you can see here you have a fatal or no bootable medium found. System is halted. This is when you have no CD in the system, so we are gonna try resetting it and see what will happen as well. Okay, I have resetted the machine and pressed the boot option, which on this computer was F12, but other computers may be different. Well, as you can see here, the virtual machine itself says that it's the VirtualBox temporary boot device selection. In here you could see where we have the AHCI controller, which is the hard disk, and other boot devices, which is the floppy drive, the CD-ROM, and LAN. Then you have the option of continue booting. So here I'm going to try booting from the LAN, which is basically the L command. You'll see a whole sort of information coming up. You can see where you're seeing the IPXE, where you have the open source network, boot firmware, and the website. There's the net information, the uplink, the DHCP address, the net server, the file name, and a whole lot of different permissions. And you can see at the end in here there's no more network devices. Fail, could not read from the boot medium, system halt.